think it's safe to say at this point where we stand as a blockchain, I believe that our L1 team is compromised in so many different ways. Now, something that's becoming very, very apparent to me is Vin, as the new lead, believes that doing half the job or even quarter of the job is doing the full job, and taking a proposal and more or less just envisioning it, just taking a proposal and simply bending it to suit your will. It's all very interesting stuff, because ultimately we're paying, I think, 3 or 4 people a substantial amount of money to more or less tell someone like me in the background they don't actually have the experience to do certain things. That's troubling to me, to say the least. But what's even more troubling to me is this whole posting something, taking credit for it, and as the L1 lead, the person who's supposed to confirm things shouldn't be confirming, and the Commonwealth transition has been completely done, and more or less congratulating it, saying it's been fulfilled. Well, no, it hasn't. Ed Kim's handed over his adminship. Nobody else has. There's loads of people saying, oh, you can't take their Commonwealth, you can't take the Commonwealth. That's fine, okay? They've got 7 days to hand it over. If they don't hand it over, we'll just propose a new official Commonwealth. It takes 20 seconds to create a Commonwealth, and after that, it does itself. Everybody adds to it. Everybody contributes to it. So that will be created, and it will be run through governance, because I have no doubt they're not going to hand over those adminship roles. So Ving is in the wrong here by updating the community and simply saying to you, oh, it's done, it's completed. So a lot of people think, 11.2k people think, oh, all of the admin roles have been handed over, but they haven't. And it just seems like there's a compromise somewhere, because each and every time with this proposal that is specifically targeting new infrastructure independent of Terra Rebels as to the endpoint infrastructure, he's bending the proposal to suit his will. He's seen the bad feedback and he's like, oh, people are saying bad things about me. So he sort of tried to make it okay, and then once again giving a half sort of missioned answer and not really doing what's supposed to have been done. Now, from what I've been told in the background, I can't show conversations and I can't say certain things, but what I can say is I'm being told that they simply don't have the knowledge to do certain things. We're supposed to be a top-end blockchain. How have we ended up with a team of people who are more interested in cooperating with another team of people that the community simply don't want to be part of, half doing everything, jumping to conclusions and just saying things are done for the sake of it to make themselves look better? And ultimately, everybody needs to ask themselves the question right now. Since LBA left 2 weeks ago, coming up to 3 weeks, what has been done? Nothing. Just a load of arguing and a load of them telling us they can't do certain things or they're going to do something, and it's not what has been proposed and passed via governance. And it's becoming very irritating for me behind the scenes. So I think it's time for me to raise the flag and say maybe there is a compromise. Maybe we do have an underlying issue here. Now, you're going to get certain people who are going to sit there and say, oh, well, what about the Rabbi Dev team? Honestly, go look in the mirror, sit there for 5 minutes and just sit there, okay? And maybe don't come back. But anyway, I don't know what we do next. I don't know what happens. They've kept money that has been returned to them, and it's all becoming highly questionable as to, can they get the job done? Yes or no? Well, imagine if they can't do basic infrastructure like wallet, RCD stuff, all of that kind of stuff. Now, what a developer will say is, I'm an L1 developer, not an L2 developer. That is like, okay, a mechanic saying to you, he is a BMW specialist and that's it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, a mechanic is a mechanic and a developer is a developer. They understand the core concept of code-based writing and all things like that. There's always people around, and as an L1, 3 weeks should have, there's millions upon millions of people looking for jobs. Millions of people looking for jobs. Those positions haven't been filled, and the reason why I believe that is Vin was relying on the community to give a good response to the Hexagon cooperation update, as to which he would have filled those 3 empty slots with the Hexagon's 3 team. You know, it's all becoming rather obvious. And I think something for everybody to just absorb right now is, if you go and look at the price, they've changed all the stuff on here again, and we just look at the daily, okay? As hard as it is to look at the daily, something has got to change. Currently, you've got big validators that are getting huge amounts, and it's just simply being gained in commission, swapped and sold elsewhere. And, you know, you've got the quant team going, oh, you know, we can't send USTCs to the Oracle rewards pool because then people will be able to get it and sell it out. Well, what's happening with LUNC, guys? Everybody's getting it and selling it out. The big validators, it's just a prize pool. That's it. It's just a money tree. So ultimately, are we being sold upriver? Quite possibly, yes, because it's all become highly questionable. I can't even get an answer out of Steve as to, you know, what has happened during this transition? How has it gone from you telling us as a community, yes, we're going to do all of this, yes, we can do this, team's working on it, we forked it, it's nearly done, to having Vin going, well, we don't have any of the infrastructure, we haven't worked on it, we don't have the ability to do this, the ability to do that, and do this and do that. So, well, hang on a minute. So Steve has been lying to us the whole time, or Vin's lying to us. It's a huge relay of communication that's just missed. You can barely get an answer out of Vin as it is. It's all very scary. Now, for myself as a project owner, right? I have a substantial treasury, which is upwards of 1 billion LUNC. That is utilized to pay rewards to our penguin holders. I can commit myself to LUNC dying or prospering. I can do that, right? I can hold my bag, which is 80% of my crypto bag is in LUNC. I'll hold that until it dies or till it succeeds. But I will not, I repeat, I will not commit my 300 plus members, the 1 billion treasury and their future just, you know, when I'm seeing all of these different signs. I'll commit myself to it. That's fine. I'll commit my own, but I won't commit my own project. And if I'm thinking like this, you've got to think about what other projects are thinking and all of these different things. You've got certain people like LUNC sniffing back around the blockchain, and all different sorts of weird people are starting to sniff around again, because I think everybody's just going, you know what, just pillage and plunder because it's going to die anyway, and no one even cares. No one's really building, and everybody's just sort of acting like things are okay. Well, guess what? Things aren't okay. Something weird's going on with the L1 team. Hexagon are trying to get into power again, and you know, once again, we're not moving, we're not doing anything, we're not getting any work done. We're just simply having a team of people who are being paid a substantial amount of money to sit there and just do nothing and just tell us that they can't do that. Yeah, no, oh, sorry, mate, no, I can't do that. Let me explain to you why I can't do that, and I'll charge you for that. It's absolutely insane. I think it's time for us as a community to question, maybe apply some pressure, and show this L1 team, hey, you don't work for you. You work for governance, you work for what is past, and you're paid to develop what is past. You can't develop it, go hire someone that can. Get the proposal done. This community is waiting for infrastructure, period. Everything right now is them slowing us down, right, until the next quarter. When I put this proposal up, we had 2 months to go until the next quarter. Plenty enough time to get the infrastructure station, everything up, to then move to the RCD infrastructure. It seems Vin is buying time so that they can slow it all down, so we get to the next quarter and we can't even propose infrastructure because we don't even have a station, finder, mobile infrastructure to even utilize with our own endpoints. This is all a bottleneck, and it's very, very obvious to me. I hope now it's obvious to this community. Folks, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, beware of scammers, beware of doppelgangers, beware of anybody pretending to be me. And it's all for educational purposes only. I'll catch you in the next one.